Hello. Um, it's been a while. I feel like I don't know how to make a video anymore, which is an interesting feeling. It's been over a month since my last video posted on the channel, and I've been inundated with messages and comments and tweets of people asking me, where have you gone? It's been a month, like, we miss your videos. And when I say I've been inundated, I mean two people asked me last week. But it's a tricky one. And as I'm starting this video, I can see why it's a tricky one. Pretty much confirming my suspicions. So, I'm sorry, this is very vague, but the reason I haven't been around for a while, I've been having tooth issues. So, speaking is not the most comfortable. I mean, when I'm speaking, I guess, I don't know if I have a deep voice or, I don't know, there's some vibrations going on in the mouth. So, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world right now to be talking and making a video and all that kind of stuff. So I figured I'd try and soldier through, take some painkillers. I'm not in too much pain, it's just a lot of discomfort at the moment, and it's been really getting me down, along with a lot of other things, the lockdown as well. I just recently went back to work, and that's been really stressful and not fun. And not doing anything for 3 months and then going back to work for 8-9 hours a day, your body really feels it. I haven't felt like that since I used to wrestle. After a particularly taxing match, the day afterwards, all the aches and pains. That'll go away though with time and repetition, but the tooth problems won't. So I need to wait it out until the dentist open again and I can go and have an assessment. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen, and that's another thing I want to mention. And it's like, it's almost like my worst nightmare to even talk about it, but it's at this point I'm just accepting it for the reality that it is. I think that at least 2, if not more, of my front teeth are probably going to need to be removed. So that is going to look probably very different. I mean, fingers crossed, they can get me some fake teeth. That won't look too... that's the thing, I always see people who have their teeth done and it kind of throws you, like, what? They look completely different, and I don't want that, and I'm very self-conscious about it, and so it's a difficult one for me, because doing videos I need to be on camera, and I'd be very self-conscious with teeth missing, but that's probably where things are going to head, unfortunately. So I don't know when things will be back to normal. I could try doing videos from behind the camera when the time comes, but the fact that there is no set time yet is stressing me out. Yeah, maybe in a few weeks I can go to a dentist, but they don't know when they can do any kind of procedures, and so on and so forth. So anyone with dental problems or have had them can probably relate to my predicament. And yeah, as I said at the beginning, I can see why this is a problem, because I'm already feeling it now just talking like this, and I'm already kind of trying to limit my voice a little bit. I don't know. So I can even see on the recording of the audio that it's nowhere near it. The waveform is nowhere near as large as it usually is. So hopefully you can hear me okay. So just to be aware that at some point there might be like a big gap. And if there is, and it lasts a few months, I'll shut the Patreon down and all of that. But I just don't know. I don't know where things are going at the moment. There are the 24-hour movie marathons. They're still coming. So there's that. And during lockdown, I worked very little on those things. It's really strange. When the quarantine started happening, people were self-isolating. You'd see a lot of people say that I can no longer say to myself, if only I had the time. And I can completely be on board with that, because, I think anyone who's worked full-time can say that at some point they felt ground down and felt like, man, if I just had like 3 months off work, how great would that be? And I suppose when you mean that, you mean off as in you can go out and do whatever you want to do. But either way, being at home for 3 months, not leaving the house for 3 months, wasn't the worst thing in the world. Part of one of my teeth actually chipped off about, I don't know, 10 weeks, not 10, that would have been much later. About 8 weeks into my 12 weeks of staying at home, a piece of my tooth chipped. And that's when I got really down, because I thought this is where it's all starting to disintegrate, and things are going to get worse, So I've been really down about that. I've been down about a lot of things, to be honest. I don't want this video to be a, you know, a grab for sympathy or anything. That's not my intention at all. It's all relative, right? But for me personally, it's just been a really shit past month, and it doesn't really feel like it's going to be changing anytime soon. And yeah, stress, feeling down, you know, that kind of thing, and missing this as well, you know. The one side I have an ache on, the other side is a tooth that could snap at any time. So eating is difficult, and talking, you know. I find myself trying not to laugh at things in case it kind of aggravates the very small ache I have right now. So it's tricky. But I'm going to try and film a couple of videos. Doing this now, it doesn't feel terrible. I can feel it, you know. So I'm going to try and film some videos, see how that goes. But you know, it's going to be, again, it's tricky. It's tricky, and I'll just leave this video as a one take. I'm not going to edit anything out, even if I'm rambling a little bit here. But the 24-hour movie marathons will hopefully still be coming. I need to be careful about things I still need to film with a full mouth of teeth. So I don't know how that's gonna work. Maybe I'll write it in somewhere. I don't know. But the John Carpenter marathon, everything is ready. I just need to find the motivation to edit it. And finding motivation has been really tricky recently, to be honest. So yeah, anyway, this is such a downer of a video. I hope everyone is doing okay. One thing I can tell you is that in the next week or so, you will be seeing a new feature-length video from me, and that is a new Studio Ghibli Journey discussion video with me and Daisuke Beppu. He will be joining me. He had joined me back in April. It was actually just before the tooth chip happened, and that's when I started just feeling so down and not wanting to do anything. And when you don't have to do anything, it's so easy to just let those days just slip by and productivity goes down the drain. And I have been working at home still because I have two jobs, but you know, that 40 plus hours a week of the day job, so to speak, was not there. And I still feel like I just didn't take advantage of that fully. But yeah, in April, me and Daisuke sat down and talked about a Studio Ghibli film again. We've done two before, Porco Rosso and Kiki's Delivery Service, and this time we talked about an Isao Takahata film. And it was the longest one we did, I think. I've mostly finished editing all the audio and stuff, which took a very long time, because I'm kind of a perfectionist about it, and it's a special series to me. Doing that with Daisuke is really cool. I just need to add some images and an intro, so there's nothing stopping me from editing that. And there are options, you know, if I can't do a video like this because of a toothache, or I can't be in front of a camera because teeth are missing for the time being before I get, you know, false ones put in or whatever. There's options. There's the 24-hour movie marathon projects. I still have some of the old America trip vlogs to edit from 2014. I have my Twin Peaks series from 2017 I still haven't really made a dent in, so there's stuff I can go back and edit and give you some sort of content. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to try and film a Blu-ray update video because I bought a lot of stuff and I'll explain that in that video. But yeah, filming this right now, the tooth, it's kind of up and down, so I can manage this. It's just my voice won't be as projected, I suppose, so you have to crank the volume up a little bit. But I wanted to explain, and that's pretty much it, really. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm sure you didn't enjoy, because it's such a, you know, it's just a downer of a video, I know. And there are much bigger problems, even in my life, I'm sure. You know, it's you really need to kind of evaluate it, and is this really the worst thing that could happen? Not really. And considering, you know, my mother's side of the family, their teeth history is really not good. Like, we're talking losing most of their teeth before their 30s. So I'm lucky that I haven't been that bad. But it's still pretty bad, and it's still, you know, I'm a worrier by nature. Hypochondria, for sure, is something that has colored my life from the very beginning. I've always been a troubled, worried person. Health anxiety, I think, is a term that would probably apply to me quite accurately. So, anyway, yeah, this feels like such a shit video to even put up. Like, why mention it? I don't know, but it is an update. There are things coming. The Studio Ghibli thing, a couple of Blu-ray updates. Hopefully, the John Carpenter marathon can come by July. Maybe by my birthday, 4th of July. That would be cool, just to, like, you know, have something to be happy about on my birthday, to release this video that I'm really excited about sharing. I just need to sit down and fucking edit the thing. That's it, you know. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching, for real this time, and I'll see you in the next one.
It's alright by me. Apart from the fact he throws cans of Carlin into a tree. Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, he's really cool. But he's not quite as cool as you.